Hey guys, I'm John with Hops and Brews, and today we're going to be checking out the most anticipated fall beer release. Pumpkin beers.
And your wife's favorite brewery.
I guess. So, like I said, we're going to be checking out what is the most anticipated fall beer release, and that's pumpkin beers. Now, we're going to be checking out Elysian's pumpkin pack because, well, Elysian is probably the most distributed pumpkin beers out there. They're owned by Anheuser-Busch, and they're kind of craft. So, I think these are probably the most distributed that you can get. And they used to be my wife's favorite beer. It's what got her into beer.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
So, let's see what we got. Punkuccino Coffee Pumpkin Ale comes in at a 6% ABV. Unavailable IBUs, it gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.96. All right, so let's check out the Punkuccino.
That's the Punkuccino. Punkuccino, yeah. Well, you can definitely smell the coffee and cinnamon. It's like coffee and cinnamon.
It's kind of pumpkin-y. It's thin.
It's thinner than it should be for how it smells.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very good. I feel like there's more cinnamon.
definitely tastes like there's more cinnamon.
I don't remember there being this much cinnamon.
It smells great if you're looking for like kind of a artificial cappuccino with, I wouldn't call it pumpkin, but like allspice.
I would say allspice. Allspice for sure.
Yeah, big coffee, cinnamon. Not so much. There's a bit of pumpkin spice at the end. There's also a lot of dark roast at the end, like almost too bitter.
But it has a really spicy back end, and the head on it makes it creamy, but it's lacking body in the way that it's actually done. So I feel like the head is overdone for what it is.
I know when you think, okay, it is a pumpkin coffee ale. There's a bit of coffee roastiness at the back end. But again, you would think with like darker beers, like you were saying, you almost want a thicker body. You want a little bit thicker body, especially when it's coffee themed too. This tastes like watered down coffee.
There's also a lot of dark roast at the end, like almost too bitter. Like I think it would complement if it was more sweeter malt.
I was thinking more of a sour note at the end.
You think it's sour?
Yeah, more of a sour, porty. That darker beers sometimes have that sour and finish on them. That's what I'm getting, actually.
Is that what you're getting?
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong.
You're wrong. Does this have caffeine in it?
Probably not. I don't know.
Oh, wouldn't that
you
be
would think-
great? You could have your upper and your downer.
We could have it for breakfast in the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Be a good breakfast beer, shower beer.
Screw cereal.
Yeah.
Not this. I think I might be ready for fall.
Already?
Yeah. Bring on the pumpkin beers.
I'm still ready for more IPAs.
Do you like it?
I never liked this one very much. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not my absolute favorite,
Love it.
but
Yes, I like it.
yeah, I know you like it. This is a white girl beer. This is,
Cha-ching! You're not wrong.
yeah, it's not bad, but it's like, ugh.
So
This one was never my favorite. This was the very last one that ever came out when I got into Elysian as a brewery, and I was super excited about it because I'm an absolute connoisseur of coffee, and it was not. Or if I walked into a bar and they had this and they had nothing else, I'd be excited about it.
Okay.
But because it's a little bit lackluster, I'd pass on buying it again.
All right. The Great Pumpkin comes in at an 8% ABV. Unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.90. Okay, so let's check out Elysian's Great Pumpkin. Now this is their largest ABV pumpkin beer out of the pack that they make. So if you don't like pumpkins, at least this will get you drunk.
Imperial Pumpkin Ale. Let's see how great it is.
All right, let's taste it. Now this one definitely has a more pronounced pumpkin spice
Right off the
flavor,
bat.
right off the bat.
Wow.
And it has that sweeter finish because it's an imperial.
Now this is malty.
Yeah, this is more malty. So this is like your malty ale with a lot of pumpkin spice in it.
I think this one actually has less pumpkin spiciness and more pumpkin meatiness.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it actually tastes like all the insides of a pumpkin? So I think this is the most accurate to that. It has a sprinkling of spice, but in this, I would say what they use is actually probably more nutmeg. It's like,
It is a little bit boozy. I taste alcohol in this, not a lot, but I do taste it. I definitely enjoy the body of this beer better than the last one, but that's just my preference. I like a bit meatier, thicker beer.
They make a pumpkin barley wine called the Gourdfather. That one is really, really good if you can find it, but I don't know. I don't think they make it every year. Maybe they do. But yeah, if you can find it, that one's a good one. That one's probably my favorite Elysian pumpkin beer, but this is like a close second. I think this one's really good.
Just put my mouth right under the tap and let it go. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
You have a friend who doesn't like pumpkin beers, and you're like, well,
this is all I got.
this is all I
It's
got,
fall.
but it's high in alcohol. Okay, they'll probably go along.
To me, it's the more organic tasting one where it actually tastes like a pumpkin, where they actually just added a little bit of spice. It's like a pumpkin pie without being really sweet.
Yeah. So do you like it?
We like this beer.
Yeah.
Right? We like this beer.
We like this one. This one's good. Yeah.
Tell
I like
him what
this
he
one.
likes. You'll like this.
I mean, it wouldn't be my everyday drinker, but if we got this pack, I would probably enjoy it.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And it would probably be the one that I would go to. Probably the one that went first.
You think that beer would go first?
Yes, those would be the ones that I'd grab first.
Okay.
I like it. Would I be excited if it were on tap at a bar and we went out? I'd be like, it's not that
It's not that
thrilling.
exciting.
It's not that exciting to me. It'd be one of those things that I ordered. I remember the first time I ever tried this, and I was super excited based on the name, and based on the bottle, the artwork, and it was my favorite brewery, and it was like the hunt of finding all of the beers I'd never had before. Yeah, it's not horrible.
It's not horrible.
Drinkable.
Yeah. Dark of the Moon Pumpkin Stout comes in at a 6.5% ABV, 820 IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.82. All right, so let's check out their Dark O' the Moon, their stout beer.
Dark of the Moon Pumpkin Stout. Is this supposed to be a werewolf?
Yeah, it's a werewolf because it's right there. Yeah.
Werewolf?
There. What? There, wolf. There, castle.
Why are you talking that way?
I thought you wanted to.
No, I don't want to.
Suit yourself. I'm easy.
Uh-huh.
I remember this beer being thicker, almost like a big thick stout, because they used to only come in the 22-ounce bombers, and I just remember them being bigger and chocolatier, and this is supposed to remind me of like chocolate pumpkin. It's not really doing that. In fact, I kind of almost get a sour tinny note from it.
It used to be richer. I don't know if it used to be thicker, but it used to be richer. It used to have more of a velvet note to it, whereas I feel like now it has some heft to it, to the body of it, but not as much as I remember.
I thought
it's been so many years.
I thought the last one, the Great Pumpkin, had more body into it.
Yeah,
Roasty.
this one's definitely more roasty than the Punkuccino.
Yeah, definitely.
This is definitely
and it doesn't
darker.
have that end finish that we were talking about earlier. What did you think?
No, this one definitely has the same dark roasty finish that I think the Punkuccino does.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't taste the sour notes at the end. I like this better.
You like this better?
Yes.
This one doesn't have any coffee flavor though. There's no like coffee. The only kind of you get the roastiness from the malt, but it's
That's
not a
true.
coffee roast. It's like a bitter chocolate roast almost.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Now this says it has chocolate and cinnamon in it.
I get cinnamon. I totally get cinnamon when I smell it.
Yes, when I smell it, I smell cinnamon, but I don't taste any cinnamon.
I guess I would say it tastes a little bit. I mean, if you put it in there and you can taste it a little bit, you got to put it on the label.
There's some cinnamon in there.
Yeah. Roasty, chocolate, cinnamon.
And that cinnamon is probably coming from the
No
pumpkin
though.
spice.
I don't.
No,
I
it's the
don't
pumpkin
really taste
spice.
Any kind of pumpkin spice. In
Yes,
it,
I
so.
think it's pumpkin spice, but
Maybe
it's
it's just
so cinnamony.
Yeah, it's
that
just
it
there's
kind of the
so
rest of the
mixed.
nuance that you get from pumpkin spice is kind of drowned out.
Could be.
This tastes more or less like a chocolate cinnamon beer than a pumpkin one.
It's on the lighter end of stout. So if you're looking for more of that light-bodied stout and it to have a little bit of a pumpkin and cinnamon flavor, that's really what this does. It's a decent base stout for a brewery to have, and then they just threw some cinnamon pumpkin into it.
I don't know. It's an introduction to stout, I think.
Could be.
Because if somebody didn't tell you that this had pumpkin in it and you just gave it to them and it was stout, they could drink it and I don't think they would ever know. But I think if you're going to put pumpkin on the label and somebody buys it, that's disappointing, and I'm not somebody. So to me, it's a disappointment.
Not my favorite one so far.
Really?
No.
Did you like the one before?
Yeah.
You had a bug. was on your face. I was gonna slap it, but.
You just slap it anyway. Yeah.
It's just a bug. Yeah. Okay. I like it. Yeah. I do. What do you?
Not so much.
Wow.
Not my favorite.
I mean, I'll still drink it, but
So do you like it?
no.
Night Owl Pumpkin Ale comes in at a 6.7% ABV. 8 unavailable IBUs. It gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.83. All right, so let's see what Elysian's Night Owl has to offer.
All right, last but not least, Night Owl.
Night Owl. Oh, this beer is just nostalgic for me.
No, this has always been probably one of the most nostalgic pumpkin beers.
Okay. Years past, this has always been the beer that I look forward to
Right.
every year.
Right. This
I
has
think
been
this
your
was
favorite.
my first introduction to pumpkin beers.
Mhm.
Was this, along with, I think Rogue has a pumpkin.
Yeah,
in it.
but this one's alys been like your favorite.
Yeah, this has always been my favorite. Please
Okay.
live up to
All
what
right.
my
Because it's been a while.
expectations are. It
I don't
has
think.
been a
Yeah,
while.
we didn't have one last year. I think.
Now, I wouldn't say this is like pumpkin meatiness like I was referring to the Great Pumpkin
Right.
have. This tastes like Thanksgiving dessert in the glass type thing.
Yep.
This is pumpkin pie in the glass. It's a little sweet. It's a little nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice. It's got that decent, actually, body.
I've
again.
always loved the body of this one.
This one's got the right sweet spice
there it
balance.
is. Man, hands down, my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Hands down.
It's
good.
this is a good balance. I still
Yeah.
like the Great Pumpkin better,
Okay.
but this is a close second, I would
Yeah.
say.
Probably an easy
I think
drinker.
it's right here. No, it's not right there. 6.7. 6.7.
Oh, okay,
That's
well,
not.
that's
It's
not low. but
It's not low.
It's in the middle. That's
Yeah.
all right. If you don't want to finish that, I'll.
Oh no, I'll finish this. I'm not gonna waste it.
I've always felt like this one smells and tastes exactly how it should when you hear the description, and it always reminded me of what your house actually smelled like when you're baking a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
It's actually
Nutmeg,
spot
clove,
on.
cinnamon, ginger,
Yep.
and allspice. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was actually done the right way the first time.
Now, there are two types of people out there with their pumpkin beer. It has to taste like pumpkin, the meat of the pumpkin. Very similar to probably the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, okay.
This does not taste like that. This, I will say, tastes like pumpkin pie. Bit
Yes.
more artificial pumpkin.
But you have to be careful when you say that though, because I am someone that can't stand artificial things like that, and I don't necessarily think it tastes like artificial pumpkin. I think it actually tastes the way you hope a pumpkin pie is going to taste. Now, it's also hard when you say pumpkin pie because I always think sweet, and this is not overly sweet.
No, it's not overly
You don't
sweet.
feel like it's back sweetened.
No.
It's just has the right flavor. It's literally the right ratio of flavors.
Yeah.
It's the right spices, it's the right texture. It just checks all the boxes. That's why it's always been my favorite.
Yes.
Give me a football game and this, and I'm out.
I think,
Spicy.
yeah, I think this is the better balance
form.
of
good.
the actual pumpkin spices
Well
that
done.
you expect. It's not overly cinnamony. You do taste the nutmeg. I don't know if you ever taste pumpkin really, because pumpkin isn't a flavor you like recognize.
No, it's not like I open up a pumpkin and just gnaw on it. But,
Yeah.
But it's that the essence of pumpkin pie
Yeah.
in a liquid form.
I mean, I understand that like
So
they probably do put pumpkin in here, but that's the sugars that they get from
Right.
the pumpkin
Right.
itself,
Right.
which
It's the
probably isn't
spices
that
that
much,
make it, I'm sure,
but it's the
but-
spices that make it. And this is
Yeah.
actually a good blend of spices.
I think
You know, you can always just like take a sip and then get the thing of whipped cream and go. And just, like, you know, try
yeah,
it.
that's a good idea.
So do you like this one?
I love this one.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Is it
Yeah.
Out of all 4 of them, so this is your favorite. What would be your next one?
The Great Pumpkin because
Great-
it's got the meaty.
I would
all
go.
of
I
these.
would go. The Great Pumpkin, then Night Owl.
Night Owl's my favorite.
Kind of a tie
You
between.
know, kind of a tie.
Yeah.
I mean, I like having the coffee flavor in that. But
Okay, and then after that,
Dark of the Moon.
Dark of the Moon, and then Punkuccino.
Let's just leave it off.
Then Punkuccino, and then Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon is like my least favorite. I don't really.
yeah, so I guess I would say the Great Pumpkin would probably be my next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of same as me, but
Yeah.
you'd swap Night Owl
swap,
and Great Pumpkin.
Yeah,
Okay.
swap them out.
All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. Cheers, guys.
Mm.
Moon, and then Punkuccino.
Let's just leave it off. It doesn't rank.
There you go. So just double the Night Owl.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're looking for a pumpkin-themed beer, and well, Elysian is probably the most distributed.
Yeah.
There are a few others. There is Pumpkin by Southern Tier,
Yep.
and then there is probably Dogfish Head, are probably the 2 other large.
I think Rogue puts out a pumpkin one too.
Rogue does have
I
a
think it's called
pumpkin beer.
Pumpkin Patch. is
Yeah,
what
but
they
I
call
don't
it.
know how farly distributed
I don't know
it is.
either, but yeah.
But I would say Elysian is the
Elysian is probably the most. Yeah.
the most spread out, distributed, and because there's 4 of them,
Yeah.
gives you the biggest variety.
Yeah.
That's why we did this. So if you're looking for a pumpkin beer, maybe one of these, check out Elysian's Pumpkin Pack. See you guys.
Cheers.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Remember, hit like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media stuff. The links will be at the very bottom of the description. While you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment or 2. What's your favorite pumpkin beer? I know pumpkin beer, right? But you know, you might actually have a good one. And the fact that they're only coming around the fall kind of helps because you only get it once a year. But like you were saying, the barley wine, oh my gosh.
That one was good.
The gourd
That
one
one
is
was
so good. I would drink that year round.
Yeah, that one was super
That
good.
one was really good. So, have you ever tried anything that good that was pumpkin? Let me know in the comments below. See you guys.